my name is Clarissa Moon, and I am here with Laura Hodos, who is playing Aldonza at Man of La Mancha at the Orlando Shakespeare Theater. You're my first unofficial interview that I ever did for my blog, so welcome back.
I feel like such a cool kid.
So since Laura loves to bake and loves the Great British Baking Show,
So much.
we decided to have a tea party because
What's more British?
what's more British?
Nothing.
And what's more Aldonza
Than a tea party.
than a tea party?
Seriously, she does that. She pretty much, she goes back to the kitchen after slopping out of her bowl and makes a full tea party.
So, okay, wait, hold on a second. I feel a little overdressed.
Well,
I
mean,
hold on. I'm just,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It's good. It's good.
yeah.
Look, we're like twins now.
Okay. All right, now I'm ready for
Yeah.
this interview.
Yeah.
What is it like working at the Orlando Shakes for the first time?
It's incredible. It's actually not my very first time. I did one of the Greek readings here years ago. I did Agamemnon because when you think classic Greek tragedy, you think this girl. But this is my first full tilt boogie, full production. It's fantastic. Oh, it's so joyous being at home and with my husband and the kiddies. So it's been wonderful.
So you said on Facebook that Aldonza was one of your dream roles.
Yes. So afraid what you were going to say there.
What makes you like the character so much?
It is such a challenge. Aldonza has so many facets. She has been downtrodden and beaten and bullied, and yet she still, at some point, believes in hope and believes in joy and believes that there are possibilities, even for someone like her. And I love the fact that she struggles with this dichotomy of her personality of being absolutely disbelieving of anything good that could happen in her life, and then the other side of her when she finally meets Don Quixote and is talking to him and finally listens to him, and she realizes, no, there's actually hope for everyone. And vocally, it's a bear. It's a beast and a bear, and you do it all in a corset, which is craziness.
Did you wear the corset for rehearsal?
I've done Fantine 3 times, and the last time they said you can keep the corset because, believe me, nobody wants to get into that. And so I had that one until they gave me a rehearsal one. So it's like this pink, pretty pink corset that Aldonza was wearing. It was amazing. I was a fashion plate.
By the way, you conquered that vocal piece of this show.
Oh, thank you.
From watching the show, you have a very strong interpretation of the character. So tell me about that.
A lot of that came from our director. Nick DiGruccio is fantastic and wonderful. One of the most important things that I think he said to me was, Aldonza has a lot of triggers. There are a lot of things for her that cause her to have this kind of quick Pavlov's reaction. But I also think she's very strong, and that's one of the reasons that the muleteers, want to take her down.
What are some of those triggers?
Anytime he says a word that she doesn't understand, or anytime she thinks that he's mocking her, because everyone mocks her all the time. Her wall of defenses is 8 feet castle wall thick. And so the only thing that gets through to her, especially in the first half of the show, are barbs, innuendo, rudeness, and things like that. And then all of a sudden, Don Quixote starts chipping away at that wall, and he's actually letting light and love and happiness through, but she can't even recognize it at that point. So all of a sudden she'll hear this thing he's like, you have to follow the quest, and she's like, oh, now you're just making fun of me using words I don't know. Well, what does it mean? And so that kind of, I think, is how as a strong woman she comes forward, but then as also a passionate and caring person, he gets through to her and she takes a step back and actually takes a look at herself.
Aldonza is a badass. She is one of the strongest I've ever seen.
I love her.
Her life sucks though. So what
does.
What gives her that strength?
She says in the song, my mother left me in a ditch hoping that I would die, but somehow I didn't. She kind of has been a fighter her whole life, and that, I think, lends itself to the strength, and she's just had to scrappily almost sounds too cute, but that's the word I'm going to use, figure out a way to survive. But in some ways, too, she's very weak because she doesn't understand love. She doesn't understand happiness. She has almost no joy unless she's making fun of someone else.
Now that you've played Aldonza,
yes,
what's your next dream role?
I would like to play Evita, if anyone's listening.
And this one's just for funsies.
Oh, I love for funsies. Yay! I don't understand why we've eaten nothing yet. We have this entire tea party. We have scones, we have finger sandwiches, we have brownies, we have blueberry tea, the best kind of tea. We've eaten nothing.
Laura brought her famous brownies.
What? I mean, you should have one. Because adding brownie goo to the teeth is just another way to dirt up Aldonza. What's the funsies? Wait, I missed the funsies. What's the funsies?
So what is one role that you've played already that you wish you could play again?
Mrs. Lovett, the narrator in Joseph, and Reno Sweeney. Okay, no, that was 3. But those are 3 roles that I would love to. Listen, Aldonza, it may be dirty, but she still has manners. So just really right here. But next time, actually, I'm crossing another one off the bucket list right after this. I am playing the chaperone in The Drowsy Chaperone down in West Palm Beach at the Wick Theater. So I am so excited.
I'll acknowledge this right now. Yeah, we didn't actually eat during the interview.
But we're eating now.
But we're eating now.
Hear me now, thou bleak and unbearable.
Ooh. Can't believe I have to do a show tonight.
This has been Clarissa Moon talking to the stars
of Man of La Mancha! This one's mine. It's mine. No, She got me. She got me right here. Okay.